New Chanel. Let's do this. Good morning, everyone. It's Lauren J. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I like to do get ready with me style videos using products that are new to me, or just need a little bit more love in my collection. Today I'm going to be using new products, new Chanel Spring 2024. So excited. I ordered this from the boutique in Chicago and it arrived this week just in time for my birthday, and I got the pieces that I wanted, and I want to share with you a look and some swatches, comparisons, and what I think about the new blue hued spring collection. So if you're interested in what I come up with, keep watching. This is future me, so I am here from the future to show you the finished look, as well as to give you some overview and comparisons of what I picked up from this collection. So this is my Chanel bag, and the box, at least the top of the box that it came in. And then I have all of the items over here. I did do a short unboxing, so you can check that out if you want to see this in more detail. So I was really excited for this collection. I did not pick it up when it launched online. First, I wanted to wait a little bit because I had just picked up some other items from Chanel, and I just needed a little bit of a break to, again, evaluate what I am using in my collection and how I'm going to make these new things work with what I currently have. So a bunch of stuff did sell out online, which it happens, and I didn't worry about it too much because I knew it hadn't hit the boutiques yet. I purchased this collection from the Chanel boutique on Oak Street in Chicago. I had a wonderful SA who helped me out, and this came this week. So I was able to get the pieces that I wanted. Probably the most popular item, I would say, next to the liner for me at least, is the Rivage eyeshadow quad. This is the Lacque number 78. So they have continued with the packaging details on the side. You have all the colors of the quad on the side. So you have the blue here, you have the brown, you have the pearly with the champagne shade here. There are a little bit of sparkle in there, but they've got them all mimicked on the outside. They give you a little look 1, look 2 card. If you find that helpful, you get your Chanel velvet pouch. And then it's just the standard Chanel compact, nothing really special. On the back, it does have the colors, so you can see when you pull it out which one it is, which I find pretty helpful. And then on the inside, as per usual, you have 2 applicators and a cover. So this is the beautiful Rivage color story. And it's what I'm wearing on my eyes today. You can see the blue on the inner part, and you can see the pearly color on the center of the lid. The other 2 are on the outside, sort of defining the lid and giving it dimension. It has that beautiful water drop embossing on the inside. If you can see that, it's pretty much worn away at this point. It's gonna go pretty quickly because these are very soft shadows. And here are some finger swatches on the back of my hand. These are pretty light, but hopefully you can see the colors. You have the champagne shade to start. You have the very light brown shade here. You have the shimmery pearly shade. It's got a little bit of pinky sparkle to it. And then you have the beautiful powder blue shade here. It's like this beautiful light bringing shimmer without shimmer particles in it. It's just a beautiful shimmery, satiny, I guess. I'm never really sure what to call these because they're shimmers, but they don't have shimmer particles in them. So that is what I have on my eyes today. Again, I have the blue on the inner part of the lid. I have the pearly white color on the center of the lid, and I have the 2 neutral shades on the outer part of the lid. I did want to show you just a quick comparison with one of my other favorite quads from recent Chanel collections. That is the Lacque Biseart number 328 Parure Cristal. But just to show you these two side by side. And this one has more pinky tones, and there is the blue in there, but the brown is a little bit deeper. The blue is the duochrome shade. But it does kind of have the essential, like, because the shimmery shade in here does have those pinky sparkles, it does kind of have the same elements, just in a different intensity and a different vibe. And this is a comparison of the two palettes. You have the lighter, more neutral shade up here, then you have the pinkier shade, you have the deeper brown shade, and you have that duochrome blue shade. So again, this one is going to lean a little bit pinkier, whereas this one's going to be a little bit sparklier, a little bit more blue. This is the blue duochrome shade. So I've put it here between the blue shade and the sparkly shade from the Rivage palette, just so you can see a comparison and see how they would work together. Because I do think these palettes, you know, have a similar lineage in that the shades, the neutral shades, are very soft and easy to work with and just there to sort of give definition to the eye, where you have like the blue and this pearly shades that are like the showstopper showcase shades. And it's not that I think that they're dupes, but I do think they have a very similar lineage. I do think that these two palettes would mix very well together to get a really beautiful look. And then I do just want to compare this powder blue shade to one of my favorite Viseart shades. So this is the shade C. This is from the Soleil La Plage palette that came out a couple of years ago for summer. There it is. And I think you can see the difference here is that the Soleil La Plage, this is the color C. So it is more aqua, it is a little bit more wet look and shimmery, whereas the blue shade from the Rivage, it's a little bit more purpley in tone, and it is a lot softer. Again, you can build it up and concentrate that color on the eyes, but in the hand swatch, you can see the difference in the textures of the two. And again, I think they look actually really beautiful together. But they are not dupes in my collection, which I am very happy about. Ultimately, a really beautiful color story. I love the way it looks on my eyes, and I'm very happy that I picked it up. I have seen people do beautiful looks with the Coral Treasure palette, which is the other quad, leans more pinky. So I just picked this one up. Obviously, this one is the one that is sold out and a little bit harder to get your hands on. Again, I shopped with a sales assistant at one of the boutiques, so that is the way that I would recommend trying to get your hands on this, is just checking in with a sales rep and seeing if it comes back into stock. And I've seen it popping up at retailers sporadically. But when I talked to the SA in Chicago, she even told me that the salespeople saw it come up online and they didn't even know when it was coming to the boutique. So Chanel has not been super clear about where it's going to be and when if it's coming back in stock. So just keep an eye out. The other eye product that I picked up in this collection was the very popular Stylo Yeux. This is an 82 Bleu Abysse. So here it is right here. And you can see from the little color band there that it is a matte, beautiful, like cobalt, or what is it, Klein blue, is that what that color is? Just a beautiful bright blue. You can see it lining my eyes today. It's really, really beautiful. I was very worried that this would be too similar to items that I already have in my collection that I recently picked up, but it is not. It is different, and I'm going to do some swatches. This is the swatch on my hand of the Blue Abysse. You can see how cobalt and beautiful that is, and again, it's a matte, and it's just lovely. Like, it's so smooth, it's waterproof. These stay on so well over the day. They don't really fade. I have mine smoothed out a little bit with a liner brush, but after they set down, they really do not move. So that is Blue Abysse. Then I want to show you two other items in my collection that I've picked up quite recently. So we have another Stylo Yeux from Chanel. This is Bleu Metal, and this is actually a deeper blue with some shimmer in it. And I've been using this constantly for the last few weeks as like my line around my eyes. But this does have shimmer in it, which the Blue Abysse does not. So you can see the difference right there. We have Blue Abysse here, and we have Bleu Metal here. And then I wanted to show you next to Electric Blueberry. This one came out last year in the limited edition Spring Brights collection that Victoria Beckham did. You can see the color band there. But as you can see, this is a very different tone. I mean, it's not, they're both blues, but it's a different tone. It's got like a little bit more green in it. It is a matte. And this one does smudge. So these two are not going to smudge on you. This one is much more soft and easily smudgeable. But you can see the 3 shades there. Again, I'm not saying these are like super different blues, but they do work differently for different purposes on my eyes. And they are not dupes in my collection. So in addition to those 2 eye products, I also picked up the Baume Essential. This is the first Baume Essential that I have picked up from Chanel. This is in Mermaid Glow, and it comes in the tube here. Pop that off, and you can see, I don't know if you can see all the sparkles. When I look directly at it, I can see the pinky purpley sparkles in it, but I have it on my cheeks today. And unless you get up really, really close and you're in like direct sunlight, you don't see those PC glitters. They're not huge, but you will see them in the sunlight, in direct sunlight. But it really just looks like a nice wet look. There's not much pigment to it. There's a pretty heavy swatch of it on the outer part. And you can see it's just like a wet look balm. Again, this is the first one that I've ever picked up, so I don't know how it's going to compare to other of the Chanel Baume Essentials. I know the one in Lilas was very, very popular from last spring, and that was a bit more purple. But this one has sort of a pinky, almost champagne shift to it. Again, it's just kind of wet look and something a little bit different for my collection. And then I did pick up one lip product from this collection. I still kind of want to pick up the Balm, the Cocoa Balm in Anemone. I don't need it. I need to work on 2 of the other Rouge Cocoa Balms that I still have in my collection. That one is still available. However, this one is the Rouge Allure Lacque. So this is the first full-size Rouge Allure Lacque that I have picked up. I do have a couple of the minis in the color Timeless, which is a deep red. And I do really like the formula of it. This is the component here. It's in the glass, like, ombre black color, so it has black at the top, ombres down, so you can see the color in the bottom. This is the more quote-unquote neutral shade. You can see it on my lips right now. It's on me a sort of neutral pinky brown, which I think goes very well with the color here. The other one is, I think, more of a red, pinky red. This is a little bit deeper than it shows on the website, so if you're thinking you're going to get this like nice light pink, that's not really what this is. On my lips, it is a little bit deeper, a little bit more browny pink, a little bit leaning more towards the nude than the pink. So this is, I love the formula of this. It is soft. It lasts a good amount through eating and drinking, not flawlessly, but it does last a bit. And I just really like, again, the formula, the way it goes on, the way it applies, and the color that you get. It's a lacque, so it is supposed to be shiny, lacquer, shiny, but I find that it's not overwhelmingly shiny, at least in this color. Again, this is Seashell. The number is 92. To cap it off, I did pick up one of the nail colors because I love a good Chanel nail color of the season. So this is the Vernis. This is 179 Lagune. And I do not have it on today. I have white silk on my nails today from the winter collection, but here's the color right here. Is this beautiful metallic light Blue. I've seen it on a few people. It looks stunning. I'm gonna wait for a bit of summer to put this on, but I do have it and I'm very excited to play with it. I always love a good Chanel nail polish. Like I said, it's going to match the eye color beautifully. So I hope you enjoyed seeing those swatches and comparisons to things already in my collection. Again, I didn't run out and get this collection. I was very excited about it. Dropped online quite early, more earlier than I was expecting, and it took a while to come to boutiques, but I was able to get my hands on the pieces that I wanted from the boutiques. And then again, of course, 2 weeks later, they came out with the new lipsticks in the Nuit Blanche formula. So I have not picked up one of those yet. Again, I am just going at my own pace. I picked up quite a few lip products lately. Again, I have Seashell. I just picked up the Coffret for the 31 Le Rouge set. And I'm just trying to enjoy the products that I have right now. A lot of this collection I would consider a must for me just because I am a blue girl. I love my blues and I love the way that these look. I think it's a beautiful collection. I'm really impressed with the new Cometes Collective and the inspiration that they took from the ocean. The way that Chanel does blues is really stunning sometimes, and I've been so impressed with the Beige dual chromes. I didn't delve into the pink side. I did not pick up the blush or the highlighter. Not a super must in my opinion, unless you are a blue lover. And again, just decide what's right for you. And if you missed out on this collection, don't worry. There will be another one coming very soon. I guarantee you there will be another release. Chanel has caught on to the social media cycle. They've raised their prices on all of their handbags and they're ready to wear, and they realize they need to keep some excitement and hype going for some affordable things for their customers, just to keep them spending before they realize how much they've spent. So just wait a few seconds and you will see another new release that you will love. I trust me, if you're a Chanel fan, something else will come out. And these colors have come out in the past, they will come out in the future. Don't get FOMO. It's okay. I love Chanel. I love shopping with the SAs that I meet. I love the experience of shopping luxury. I love the experience of having the bag and the box and the whole thing. Like, I get it, but it's not a must, and it's okay if you missed out. It's okay if you missed out. I'm going to miss out on a few things this year, and that's okay. And just take your time and do what is best for your collection. All of that to say, let's get into the look and see how I came up with this. I have already done skincare and sunscreen. I have already done my brows, and I've already prepped my eyes using the About Face Shadow Fix and the Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Stick in Vanilla Kiss. It is a matte light color. So that's the canvas I am working with today. And what are we going to start with? We are going to start with, we're just going to go right into it and start with blue. So we are going to go into the Stylo Yeux Waterproof in number 82 Bleu Abysse. So excited for this. And we are just going to start with a line around the eyes. I just get right in there close to my lash line because my lids are not incredibly smooth. So just get right in there and get some pigment. As you can see, that is some beautiful blue pigment. I am really, really happy with this color. I was a little nervous because right before this collection came out, I picked up the Stylo Yeux in Bleu Metal, and I have been wearing that nonstop with the Moonstone shadow and then just like a, you know, a nice bright blue liner, and that one is really beautiful, but I was afraid that this was going to be the same thing, and it is not. This one is matte, and I hopefully have showed you some comparisons. Can see what an impact that makes. I'll clean this up. This is a little bit messy today. That's all right. This color is so vibrant. It's just unbelievable. I know everyone has been going on and on about the blues, but look, I am a blue girl. I love my blues, and this one is just so So beautiful. I can see myself doing all kinds of looks, not just spring, but also summer. I'm just going to go in with a liner brush, as I usually do, and just blur the edges a bit. We're going to go into the main event, which is the Chanel Rivage eyeshadow palette. 2 sponge applicators. Last year, the LeBlanc collection came with a sponge applicator and a little brush, so it looks like they've changed that up since at least the fall, because I know the Beige collections also came with a little brush. But this is the wonderful color story. I'm so excited to get into this. We have the brown and the neutral color here, and then we have the shimmery white shade here with a little bit of a flip to it, and this wonderful powder blue. I love a beautiful powder blue, one of my favorite things ever to put on my eyes. So I am really excited. I've used this palette once before, so I kind of know the look that I want to do. Using this one right here, the lighter tan shade. This has a bit of a shimmer to it. And I'm just going to take a bit on my ring finger and put that out here on the outer part of the eye, just tapping. And you can see it's like a beautiful, on my eyes, a nice like champagne color. Just a nice light bringer, the outer part of the eye. And go up into the crease a little bit. Super easy shadow to work with. Again, I do have a lighter Laura Mercier matte shade down as a base, so that is going to leave my eyes a little bit of a brighter canvas for the shimmer to really show up. And then I'm going to go in with one of these sponge applicators, and I'm going to go into this brown shade here. This is more of a matte. It's got a bit of a satiny overlay to it, but we'll see when it goes on the eye. Just going to put that up here in the crease and on the edge. I'm not going for anything too deep. You can see just defining and giving some definition on the outer part of the lid. And obviously you don't have to use the sponge applicators. I'm just using them as a shortcut today because I don't really need these 2 shades to be super vibrant on my eyes. They're not the showcase. They're just there to give support to the stars of the show. But as you can see, not super impactful. Again, just giving a bit of definition to the eyes, which is all I really want with this look, because I'm not trying to showcase these colors, the neutral colors of my face. I'm trying to showcase the blues. In that case, we are going to go into this beautiful blue shade right here. I love this color so much. And we're just going to go in with this foam applicator, go in right here, and we're going to put that on the inner part of the lid right here. And see that? That's just so beautiful. Just brings some light to the inner part of the eye. Not bringing it all the way in. Just want that little hint. And I fully support you if you just want to throw this all over the main lid. I have seen beautiful looks with people doing that, and I fully support that. I am just going for something a little different today. And I think you can see the contrast, and you'll see it a little bit later. There's more of a contrast between the sort of ultramarine liner and the sort of powder blue shadow. It's very impactful, but it is also soft. But I think just bringing it in on the inner part of the eye just gives it just a really beautiful glow to the inner part of the eye. And then we are going to go into the beautiful shade right here, the beautiful shimmer shade here. Just going to take a bit of that on the main finger, and I think you can see the beautiful sparkle in there. And we're just going to put that on the center of the lid where the champagne and the blue shade meet. Just really tapping, just to give that sparkle and that wet look to the inner part of the lid. Just showcasing that blue on the inner part of the eye, showcasing that ocean shimmer on the middle part of the eye, and then the champagne with a little bit of definition on the outer part of the eye. These colors work beautifully together, of course. And just to clean up the eye a little bit, I'm going to go in with my favorite Viseart palette, and I'm going to go into this shadow right here, just a light matte shadow, and just put a little bit in the transition area here. Okay, now we're going to go back to Bleu Abysse, and we are going to do another round of liner. We're just going to go right over that shadow. And I like to do this twice because I like to have the base underneath, and then I like to have that color on top. Not necessary, but it's just something I like to do with these pencils to really showcase the color. And that is going to be the eye look for now. I'm almost annoyed with how much I like this look, because it's like, have you never seen blue before? And I'm like, yes, obviously, I've seen blue before, just not like this by Chanel. It's annoying how well they did this and that they have the ability to do this, and we so often get not this from them. So I know I'm annoying myself with how much I love it, but I love blue, and this is just stunning blue by Chanel. I'm very impressed. So now I'm going to transition over to my base makeup and finish up the eye look in a bit. So I'm going to go in with my Le Beige Healthy Winter Glow in Icy Beige primer. This is really beautiful. And then for my base, I've got a custom mix of some products I'm trying to move out of my collection, so I'm going to skip through that and concealer, and I will be back. Okay, so I have done my base and my concealer. The concealer is the No. 7 Lift and Illuminate Serum Concealer. I'm going to go in with my No. 1 de Chanel Lip and Cheek Balm in Healthy Pink, and I'm going to use that on the cheeks. You can see again how well loved this is. And as you can see, I did not pick up the Rose Coquillage double blush from this collection. I didn't feel it was something that I needed because I've picked up a number of blushes from the recent Chanel collections. Got a mauve, a peach, and a rose. So I just didn't feel that I needed that double blush from the spring summer collection. I mean, I love the design of it. It looks beautiful. But I feel like this healthy pink lip and cheek balm, just this color is just perfect for this. And I feel like the Ardent Brick that I picked up recently is going to go even better in summer. But I just love this. Like, I can't stop using this, so I didn't need another blush. Plus, at some point, I do want to pick up one of the Guerlain blushes, hopefully with the summer release. But I have so much blush that I just did not need this one from this collection, and I really just wanted to focus on the blues. And I am going to bronze up around the face with my Physicians Formula Donut Butter Bronzer. I can see this one is also, I finally got a little bit more pan around the edges here. Hoping to pan this one this year. I've been doing pretty well on some of my powders so far. So again, just trying to be mindful about some of the things that I am bringing into my collection and making sure they work with things that I already know and love. Did I need another blue eyeshadow palette? No. But the joy I am getting from this look right now. Finally, I am going to start dipping into my Guerlain Meteorites. This is from the winter release. This is the Fierce Glow. It's actually 2 Clear Light. And I have finished up my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light. So I'm just going to go in here. And just lightly set. Super excited for the new shades. I mean, they're not new, there's one new shade, but there are more shades coming out in the new Meteorites Compact. The only thing that I will say about that release coming up is that if you look at the container, and so here is, again, this is 2 Clear Light. And I am looking forward to picking up the Pearly Glow, which is the new color. However, I will say that when you look at the container for the spring release, it is literally this design with just a different color to it, like pinks and purples and greens. So it is literally just this design with a different color to it. So they haven't super changed it up. They have done like a more spring appropriate color theme, but it is, if you look at the top of that in the promo photos, it's literally this design. So I haven't really been able to see the side of it, but it looks to me like it's going to be the same thing unless they change this part of the container up. It's really not going to be that different. It's just going to be a different color. So just so you know, it's something that I noticed and wanted you to be aware of. I love this container. I think this, like this color scheme and this detailing here is so very Art Nouveau / Art Deco, very 1920s, very chic. The new spring release is basically going to be that in like spring colors. And we're not done. We're going to finish up the eyes here now that I have everything powdered and the base set. I'm going to go into another Stylo Yeux. This is the one from the La Nuit collection, the one that came out with Eclat de Nuit. This is Beige Lumiere, and run it along the inner corner and under the eye here, just to highlight under the eye a little bit. I do this at the end because this color, when I put it down first, it can tend to get a little bit obscured by the foundation and concealer that I then put on. So I like to do it after, just so you can see that shine. You gotta be a little bit careful on my eyes so that it doesn't emphasize the wrinkles under my eyes. But again, that's just part of who I am. It is who I am. I can't always hide it, and so sometimes you're just gonna see it, and I love having the color under there. And of course, to finish it off, Chanel Noir Allure Mascara. And to do the cheeks, I am going to do a bit of this. This is the Baume Essential from Chanel. This is the Mermaid Glow. This is the first Baume Essential I've ever purchased, so it is new to my collection. But mostly it's just a nice, wet looking balm. So I'm just going to put that on the cheeks here. I have seen looks where they put this on the eye. So I believe this is a multi-use stick. Yeah, it's a multi-use glow stick. And you can see it just adds a little bit of, again, that wet look. And unless you look really, really close, you can't see those shimmers. But again, if you're looking in direct sunlight, you are going to see them. And then to finish off the look, I am going to go into the Rouge Allure Lacque in Seashell. Now I do have a bit of the Rouge Cocoa Balm in Cocoon on. That one is from the Healthy Winter Glow collection. It's just a real light layer, just that I put on like right before I started my makeup to prep a little bit, so I don't even think I can feel it anymore. But this is the Rouge Allure Lacque. This is their liquid lipstick. It is not matte. It is a nice soft color with a bit of shine to it. Again, it's Lacque, so lacquer, shiny. I don't find it to be super shiny. It's got a beautiful formula. It's just really smooth, really soft on the lips. Has a little bit of brown in it, maybe like a pinky brown. Again, everyone's different. Your lips are going to be different. The way it contrasts with the makeup you wear is going to be different. So if I wasn't wearing bronzer or blush, this might look a little bit different. But this is just a nice, neutral, almost bronzed pink. Really, really pretty. But I have had this sit on my lips and then gone and eaten yogurt, and it still looks really, really nice. There's not much wearing. I have then also had it on all day and then eaten pizza, and it was pretty well gone after the pizza, but you could see a good, nice amount of pigmentation left, at least around the edges of the lips. Whether that's a minus or a plus to you, I don't know. But it is pretty long lasting for a Lacque formula. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I am going for long mermaid luscious locks. You're probably thinking, no, sea hag. That's fine. I'll take either one. And then I am going to finish up with a bit of Gardenia from the L'Exclusifs collection. So let me know what you think about this look. Let me know what you are thinking about the spring collection and all the blue goodness in it. I hope you found the comparisons helpful, and I hope you found this look and this overview helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Any of those would be welcome, and all of them would be deeply, deeply appreciated. And I will see you in the next one, guys.